Hey everyone, so this is my last set of DVDs I'm going to be reviewing. It's a little mess in here, but yeah. So, this is my Disney collection, or most of it's my Disney collection. And some random movies. So The Man, two really good comedy. Samuel Jackson and Eugene Levy. Longest Ride. Maeve. Far From Home. Not all of these are Disney, but they're, some of them are like family movies, basically. Goosebumps, The Rebel from Fever Swamp. I wanted the Haunted Mask. I had the whole collection of these, the whole series, but it was from a different, it was from overseas, and it only worked with a specific DVD player from that origin or whatever. So, anyway, I really want the Haunted Mask, but I don't think they sell it on DVD single for some reason, I don't know why. Little Princess and A Secret Garden. Back to the Future. That's a great film. Magic Mike XXL. Titanic. The Incredibles. I didn't like the second one, honestly. I mean, it was okay, but it wasn't worth. Haunted Mansion starring Glenn Close. It's a really good live adaptation. I could see them redoing another live action just because of it's trending now on Disney, but I don't think anyone can do as good as Glenn Close did, honestly. Shrek, one of the best films of the year, and also just one of my favorite kids' films. It's just really funny, and the time setting and all with the modern comedy thrown in, and Shrek Forever After I thought was really good, actually. The third one's okay. Probably the weakest in the franchise. And Shrek 2, I think, is a really good sequel. I'd like to have a Shrek 5, honestly. Then I got Anastasia. It's a really good film. It's based on a true story, actually. Well, some parts of it, some parts are over exaggerated, like the Rasputin demon part. American Tail with Flyful the Mouse, and then Balto. It's a really great film starring Jim Cummings and Kevin Bacon and Land for Time. It's a really good film. A Cinderella Story with Hilary Duff. Fern Gully, it's a really good film. I like to have like a live action of that, honestly, that'd be really cool. And then Tim Curry reprising his role again as Hexus, that'd be cool. Captive, starring Ryan Reynolds. I've never seen these actually. I got them at Dollar Tree. They're still in the wrapper. Home Alone 1, 2, and 3. I like the first two, the third one's okay. It's still funny, has some laughs in there. Finding Neverland, this is one of Johnny Depp's best performances and movies, honestly, with Kate Winslet. It's a really good film. Hook. Classic. Shiloh. That's the reason I got to love this film. It has such a great cast. And The Amazing Panda Adventure. And the original Flipper and Duma. Pinocchio, The Little Vampire, Monkey Trouble. And I hated The Son of the Mask, honestly, but I like these three, so I got it. My Dog Skip. I don't watch this very often because it's just sad, honestly. Neverending Story 1 and 2. And as a kid, I loved the second one, but now it's really just not good. But the first one's still excellent, and the cast is really good, the story's good. The atmosphere is really great, and then also the animatronics for the time is really good, I thought. It's just a really good kid's story. I like to see an adaptation of that, honestly. And Monsters, Inc. Pirates of the Caribbean, on Stranger Tides. Now, as far as the Pirates franchise goes, I didn't like the other two, mainly because I didn't like Elizabeth Swann or Orlando Bloom's character. Honestly, they got on my nerves. But because they're not in this one, it's one reason I actually like it, and I like the mermaids, and then the whole Blackbeard being in the movie, because since the first one, which I love, I thought it'd be really cool to put Blackbeard in the movie, one of the sequels, and they did it in this, and it was like kind of like a little bit of a dream come true. So I thought it was really cool. I hated the last one too, the Mary Poppins, great film. Oh, Odd Life of Timothy Green. Prime has a really good romantic comedy about a therapist, Meryl Streep, and her client dates her son, and it's just really funny. And it has a really good like realistic take on young romances, and it's a fresh, nice take, honestly, because it's something different, and it has a realistic thought process throughout. And Old Yeller, I love this film, it's so sad there, but it's still really entertaining every time I see the neighbor that comes into the house and eats bacon. That makes me really hungry. Toy Story 1 and 2, I got this recently. And Hunchback of Notre Dame, this is actually a really pretty dark film for a Disney movie. But that's one reason it's just so great, honestly, with the mature themes, and then, there's only one song in here that's pretty you know, kid friendly. I mean, the rest of them are like kid friendly too, some of them, but they're like not quite as upbeat as that one where the gargoyles are singing trying to encourage Quasimodo. But it's a really good film. White Chicks. Gothica, that's your favorite horror selection. I don't know why it's in there. Devil Wears Prada, it's a really good film. Meryl Streep is great in it. She's great in everything. You've Got Mail, it's an okay movie, but I think Tom Hanks is really funny in it, honestly. Tammy. So, yeah, some of these aren't Disney at all, but I just didn't know what else to put them. Transamerica, it's a really good film. Felicity Huffman did an excellent job in it. And Just Before I Go, this is a really good film. It's actually on Netflix now, I think, or Hulu. And it's directed by Courtney Cox from Friends. And it has Sean William Scott. It's really good. It's has a lot of good morals in it, and it has different side stories into it with the other characters. It's just a really pretty good crafted film, I think. John Tucker Must Die. It's a really good film. Jack. This is one of his best performances and movies. Honestly, it's just really funny about a 10-year-old boy that's basically has this rare disease where he's in a like 40-year-old man's body because his time clock or his life expands a lot faster than most, kind of like an animal, I guess. And he just deals with those struggles and then dealing with kids not understanding his situation and all, and he ends up getting friends. It's really sweet, but it's kind of sad too. But that's a really good film. I watch all the time. Mean Girls, really good film. Ella Lohan. She's really talented actress. Stuart Little 1 and 2. I never saw the third one, but I think they did really good. I love Nathan Lane as Snowbell. Beethoven 1 and 2, and the third one sucks ass. Tarzan. Love the soundtrack to it too. I got the CD. The Sandlot is a really good film. I actually never seen the sequels to it. Now this movie, I don't really care for Arnold Schwarzenegger, but I really like this film just because it's so campy and over the top. It's really funny. And Arnold Schwarzenegger is actually pretty funny, honestly. Okay, now I love old Disney, and it's definitely old. It's has Mary Steenburgen in it, and I think she's really good. It's a really good film, family film about a mom that loses her Christmas faith, and basically also her motherhood. Basically, she grows kind of tired of her life and everything, and her job, and the magic of Christmas basically teaches her that it's good to have children. A good movie. It's a really good film. It's actually one of my favorites, honestly. Even though, despite how silly it is, but it's just really funny, the bond between a son and father. Homeward Bound 1 and 2 are really good films. I love the Michael J. Fox in it, and Sally Field as Sassy. Hercules, it's a really good film. A lot of people don't like it, but I do. And Lady and the Tramp. Robin Hood, I don't know why, I just really love this movie. I think the villain's pretty funny. Last Unicorn, I did a review on this. It's a really great film. It's a really early anime, pretty much. And the animation is beautiful in it, especially for its time. And the songs are performed by America. It's a really good soundtrack and just a good movie overall. And with the cast, Squanto, Warrior's Tale, First Pirates, really good film. Air Bud, I love the first one. I've seen parts of the sequels and I never liked them, honestly. But I love the first one. It's a really good film. It's sad. Well, it has a sad moment in it. Huck Finn and Tom and Huck. It's a really good film. Lion King, a classic, even though it's basically rips off Timber the White Lion, but I still love this film. I wasn't aware of it until later, but it's a really good film, really good cast, really good music. Everything's great about it. The animation, Lion King, Two Summers Prize. I think this is a really underrated Disney sequel. The animation is on par with the original, and plus the music is just as good, I think, and the story is developed really nicely too. Gargoyles, the first season, that's a really good show, and I honestly wish they'd bring that show back, or live action TV series. That'd be great. Hocus Pocus, no Disney collection is complete without that. It's a really great historical film. Well, hilarious. Mouse Hunt, again, Nathan Lane. It's a really good film. Finding Nemo and Finding Dory. Polly, this is a really good film. I'm not sure if many people have seen this, but it's really good. This bird goes through all these different people that he meets on a journey to find his long-lost friend and owner, Marie, and he learns lessons of manners and, different morals and what to do and what not to do, and it's just a really good story, and it's really heartfelt too. this, Parents Trap, I always love this film. I know it's a remake, and a lot of people like it. Well, a lot of the people I've seen the original don't like it, but it's in my time, so I love it, and I love this little hand. It's actually her first roles, and she does really good in it, playing two characters off and on. Mulan, one of my favorite Disney movies. I'm not so hyped about the live action they're coming out with because so many changes I've heard they're making with the characters and everything. Okay, I'm almost through. So I've got Aladdin, one of my favorite Disney films. The songs are amazing, the animation is beautiful. So much great things about this film, and Robin Williams, of course. Aladdin, the King of Thieves, the third installment, and then you've got Aladdin, Return of Jafar, which these are both really low quality, basically, with the animation, and then the, but the second one is basically the pilot to the animated TV series, which I really liked as well. Okay, so The Muppets Treasure Island. I always love this film. I've grown out of the Muppets, obviously, with the other films, but I really liked Tim Curry in it, and that's the reason I still got it, because I think his performance still shines, even though it's in a family film. It's still really good and funny. And Beauty and the Beast live action, I really thought it was really good. I love the music they added to Beauty and the Beast, the animation, of course. Pocahontas 1 and 2. I think the quality and the sequel is pretty good too, and I love the original, even though people complain about it with it not being accurate, the historical. But I mean, what do you expect? It's a Disney film. They're not going to show what really happened. The Wizard of Oz. It's a classic. Rachel Terry Bethia is a really good film. Jungle Book, one of the best installments of the Jungle Book story. Now, if any of you guys have heard this or seen it, which is doubtful because I don't know anyone that knows of this film every time I mention it, but it's a really good film. Really bold decision for them to make this film because it has a lot of, back and forth quarrels with black and white, and which is realistic take and one that I appreciate. And, it's a really great story between a choir boy and a boy that is inspired by his music, but then also he's inspired by his. That's a really good story. What? Then I got Gargoyle Season 1, Volume 2. I wish I had the first volume. I still haven't watched this yet, because I don't want to watch it halfway through and not know what I missed. And The Sword and Stone. Mighty Joe is another favorite of mine. The animatronics of this gorilla, Joe, is amazing. I always thought it was real, but it's not, and it still holds up. It still looks really realistic for the 90s. And Charlize Theron and Bill Paxton, isn't it? They did a really good job. It's a good story. Peter Pan, of course. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. The Little Mermaid. I didn't like the sequels, but I like the first one. I honestly prefer it. The first half, when she's under the sea, and when she becomes human, it's not as interesting, honestly, but I still like it. The Jungle Book. I know the Jungle Book story, and I have about quite a good bit of these. I've got this one. I've got the one I've shown you recently, and then this one. It's actually really good, too, so I had to get it. Freaky Friday, I think it's a really funny film, and Jamie Lee Curtis is good in it, and honestly, Lindsay Lohan is just as good too. No thanks. Enchanted, I think it's a funny film. It's stupid, but it's funny at the same time. The Prince of Egypt. That's the main reason I got this. Is a really good film. Starring Val Kilmer and Ralph Fiennes. And Nightmare Before Christmas. Who doesn't like this movie, honestly? Like, even my friends, they'll be like, I don't like Disney anymore. I've grown up, but they're like, I still love Nightmare Before Christmas. Bambi. I know this film is so old, but so good and sad and touching, and makes you feel for the fuzzies. Last but not least is The Fox and the Hound, which is actually another of my favorite Disney movies. I hated the sequel, it was horrible. But the first one is really, really good. A story about friendship, and I did a review on this too. It's just a really good movie. The songs, honestly, aren't the best, but that's one reason I think it didn't stand out quite as much as others Disney movies. But the storyline is really good, and definitely something you should check out. So that's pretty much my review, or my, tour of my Disney collection / family collection, which is basically the last of my DVDs I've done, and I hope you enjoyed it.